Fighting out of the blue corner and wearing the colors of his homeland, red, white, and blue. Executioner JACA.
Second accidental headbutt. And you can see once again, Marquez wants to take matters into his own hands. JACA standing right there with him going toe-to-toe.
But JACA came right to him and
he sure did.
Admitted punch for punch.
What an exchange. What a great exchange.
You know, JACA's going right to him. He's not taking it easy. Both guys are meeting each other head on.
Blood streaming down his face, Fran, down Marquez's face in a furious exchange with a determined...
Fighting out of the blue corner and wearing the colors of his homeland, red, white, and blue. JIMREX, the Executioner JACA. In the red corner, dressed in the colors of Mexico, green, white, and red. Juan Manuel Marquez.
Obey my commands, fix up at all times. Good luck. Buena suerte.
He's younger in boxing years.
Your boxing years is much younger. Herrera and the guys Morales and have done a lot of big super fights.
Tell you what, so far JACA is making the fight a little more than anticipated.
Marquez in the traditional Mexican colors. JACA in the red and blue. He is a southpaw. Marquez says, no worries. 4 of the last 6 fighters who he's faced have been southpaws. You know, now he gets a little nervous. He's got to go up against a conventional fighter. And there you see Marquez land a straight right.
Marquez is fighting a lot more aggressive than he normally and punching with a lot more authority. He seems to be very determined to be impressive tonight.
2 fights ago, he lost a decision that
he's looking for the KO tonight. I never heard him say something like that.
Yeah, and he's got caught with a beautiful straight left right there by JACA.
JACA doing work to the body, but Marquez spins him around and now goes to town in the corner.
This could turn out to be a much more exciting fight than we all expected.
It was a left hook from Marquez.
Marquez and JACA trading blows, and we're just 2 minutes into the first round. Marquez doubles up with the left hand and unloads a right in a nice combination.
He's fighting a fast southpaw from the Philippines, but this one doesn't hit like a ton of bricks as Pacquiao does.
Scheduled 12-rounder between Juan Manuel Marquez and JIMREX JACA.
JIMREX is trying to land almost the same identical straight left through the center that Pacquiao was so effective with when he fought Marquez.
When we go to the corner of
excellent uppercut, left hook.
And there you see how Harold Letterman scored the first round, and he gave it to the youngster from the Philippines.
I think that it was Marquez who did some of the hurting in that round, although
seems to be steady on his feet now.
Marquez is a wee tad slower than he normally is, I think. This is anybody's fight because he himself got caught with a right hook, even though he might have been off balance. It could have been a facial knockdown still.
Here we go, man.
You know, going into this fight, it doesn't seem like this is the kind of fighter that would prepare you for Manny Pacquiao. And yet, Manny, it looks to me like JACA's fighting similarly to Pacquiao in many respects.
A little slower version, not as intense, not as fierce, but still definitely a version of Pacquiao.
Marquez unloads. And there you see what Marquez does so well. He leaned back and he counterpunched with his left.
Every time class tells. Let's see if it tells in this fight. If Marquez can make adjustments and start to pull away.
Marquez trying to end round 2 with a
doing real good, real good. But be careful, don't go in too carelessly.
He pulls back a lot, just enough to make Marquez get out of position himself. Instead of throwing punches and just staying there.
It's wide left hook shook JACA.
Man, he starts to dominate as the rounds go on.
I don't know if he's going to be that effective. This guy seems to have his number here tonight. This kid is fighting a very intelligent fight. Very elusive up in his upper body right there. Very focused.
I've seen JACA miss a little bit more in this round than he was earlier.
Yeah, but the one thing we know that once JACA slows down at all, Marquez is going to step it up, take it to another level.
I see Marquez applying a little more pressure here.
He looks seasoned, very professional, but still slow.
Marquez starting to settle into the fight now. JACA unloads an uppercut. JACA's punch output slows down just a little bit. Marquez trying to steal another round with a flurry at the end.
Use your hand.
That is JIMREX JACA.
That's the style of JIMREX JACA. I mean, this is two guys standing there fighting on a dime.
It's not uncommon for Marquez to start slowly. It is uncommon to see him fight with this kind of passion. He seems to be not only fighting aggressively, but like he really is trying to take this guy's head off.
Both fighters now opening up a little bit here in the fourth round. If he had matched this kind of passion in previous fights, he maybe then would have gotten the fights that he wanted to have. Following a long career where he was explosive.
Yes.
JACA now trying to lead with the left hand.
JACA doesn't have the punching power, Marquez, but he's fighting a very good fight, and thus far, this round seemingly is winning the round.
Normally against southpaws, Manny, guys are on hook. Marquez seems to be caught with that straight left hand a little more than you'd anticipate.
Yeah. Pacquiao punches with a lot more speed and power than the JACA.
Looks vulnerable still. He is fighting a southpaw with a good straight left hand, and that's put him in kind of the, you know, he's active against a guy like that. Might that not be an advantage against Pacquiao in a rematch?
But what happens?
This was supposed to be a rebirth here for Juan Manuel Marquez.
To fighting Pacquiao, he's got a watered-down version of Pacquiao right here in front of him.
Maybe there by Marquez. JACA, he wanted to make sure everything was all good. Marquez wouldn't touch gloves. And now there's a cut.
Stop. Time. Neutral corner, right there. Right there.
I think it came from a punch, too.
Accidental. Accidental. Accidental.
Very bad cut.
I'll tell you what, if Harold's scorecard's right, that puts Marquez in some trouble.
And Marquez, you can tell, sensing he doesn't want the fight to be in danger because of the cut. Going to work here in the fifth round.
We have not seen Marquez in his career, except for the Pacquiao fight, vulnerable. And it's that kind of invulnerability that has made him perhaps less marketable than, say, Barrera, who seemed more human through the years. Down perhaps on points.
Yeah, see what happens.
To beat a guy, that will go a long way towards making him a more popular fighter.
Marquez shot a big volley trying to, get even after getting cut. And now that he's trying to take a little break, JACA's trying to take control again.
Blood streaming down the right side of Marquez's face.
Is it okay? Don't worry about it. It's all right.
Use your uppercut. Use your 1-2 combination. Watch your hand. Defense on the hip.
Marquez landing 14 of 43. JACA 12 of 40. Nice right hand from Juan Manuel Marquez.
Sometimes when fighters aren't good anymore, as good as they used to be, you find out if they're great. And Marquez, he lost to Freddie Norwood, controversially. Raises his profile among the top fighters in this weight class. And he does seem to be fighting harder since the cut.
And he's, to me, landed more punches in the fight, clean punches, than harder, but Haka still seems to be so relaxed and seems to be very comfortable with the situation, and has been unawed about this pro-Mexican crowd, when particularly they're excited about after what happened with Pacquiao in the Mexican last week.
I mean, showing some maturity, Manny.
Yeah, but that's what good fighters do. Good right hand, good right hand.
Marquez landing flush upstairs on JIMREX Haka.
Very determined fighter. He used to throw that long 1-2, and Haka was getting out of the way of it, but now he's just getting closer, shooting a right hand lead off the back now instead of the 1-2. And he's been more effective. There it is again. By shooting the right hand without shooting the left, he's been more effective, and Haka can't time it.
The blood streaming down on the right side of Marquez's face. You see him wiping it off. In between, firing big shots. Fellas, safe to say, not what we expected.
But I gotta say this, if the fight is stopped in the middle of the round, you score the partial round. So therefore, you gotta start fast in every round. Make sure you don't lose the first half, because you gotta score that partial round. 4-2, Marquez.
And Marquez punches good with both hands. Even Haka just takes a good punch.
Not only is this the kind of fight that will endear Marquez to the fans.
That is truly the case, I believe. I think he gets hit a little bit more than he used to.
Oh, nice uppercut by Marquez.
Level of opposition. He's really fighting a spirited, inspired kind of fight.
He says he has no other hobbies. Boxing is it. No, it's a second accidental headbutt. And you can see once again, Marquez wants to take matters into his own hands. Haka standing right there with him, going toe-to-toe.
But Haka came right to him and
He sure did.
met him punch for punch.
What an exchange! What a great exchange!
You know, Haka's going right to him. He's not taking it easy. Both guys are meeting each other head on.
Blood streaming down his face, Fran, down Marquez's face in a furious exchange with a determined contender. He's not trying to win on the scorecard.
No, they're going for the knockout, both guys.
A little odd there. Lawrence Cole telling Marquez he was ahead on the scorecard.
Definitely odd. I'm very seldom. I don't recall ever hearing that.
He's basically telling him, it sounds as though he's implying, if you decide you don't want to fight on because of the cut, you're going to win. And Marquez, to his credit, wants to fight on. His face is ripped open, and he wants to fight on.
How could Lawrence Cole have any idea?
That's comfortable hit on points. They would just actually run the rest of the fight, even if there's no cut involved, just on points.
And the guys, a point that was just brought to my attention. Haka now trying to do some work against the ropes, and he comes back with a strong left hook to the body. Oh, big left hook by Marquez. He doubled up, and it floors Haka. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
I'm surprised.
I don't think Haka knows where he is quite.
No, he probably didn't see the punch. But it seemed like he was aware, but just totally just confused.
That's his Sunday punch, Manny, the left hook. When he catches you with a hook clean, you gotta go.
Great, great victory.